What's up, money growers? Jacob back here with another video, hoping you are growing your money today and every day. I am feeling amazing today, probably because, you guys don't know this because I put the videos out when I put them out, and I'll usually film more than like one in a day, but I haven't filmed in a little while, so I'm like, ugh. Took a little break, feeling good, being back here on the channel, talking to you guys about stuff that can be very helpful to a lot of people. Channel's growing well. A lot of y'all are sharing amazing feedback that helps me create other videos, so I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. Took a little break from making videos for a few days, but I'm back, and I'm quite excited to be back here, I must admit. So guys, go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, because man, this channel is growing oh so well. Hit the thumbs up button, all that sort of fun stuff. Thank you to everybody who's been sharing down in the comments section. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'm going to shout out one person here in particular a little bit in this video, because this is a follow-up to a video I did talking about Navy Federal's internal score and some of the mysteries surrounding it and things you need to know and just stuff that's just weird, okay? Just bizarre, because you get such inconsistent information from them. So I do what I can to make content, and people in the comment section share their experiences. I gather all those up, and I try to do what I can to produce content for you to say, hey, this happened for this person, this happened for this person, this was their experience in another video, so those people who watch this one can say, okay, they'll have a better idea of what to expect, so hopefully they don't get blindsided by something, or they're not totally thrown off by some result they heard someone else get, and then they get something completely different. So thank you to everyone who has shared and been so awesome. You guys have been great. Now let's talk about 5 things when it comes to Navy Federal's internal credit score that they won't tell you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now the first one we'll talk about is, or the first point is, unless you even apply for a credit card, you won't even know what it is. Unless you apply, you won't even know what it is. Because I've seen people in the comment section be like, well, I've been Navy Federal for 3 months, 6 months. I don't have my internal score. I don't see it in my account how to get internal score. Yep, you have to apply for a credit card to know what your internal score is, because I have it. Shoot, I think I still have it here somewhere. Yep, I do. I still have the paper from when I got approved for the flagship card. And I got mine. This is not my address. This is not where I live, okay? This is a business address, so no one. I know people sometimes get concerned, but this is a business address. And when I got mine for the flagship, there it was, 286. Right there, if it'll focus. There you go. 286 was mine. That was the first credit card I ever applied for with Navy Federal. 286 on the scale of 100 to 450. This brings me to the second point, is that some of you with the internal score, you may not receive a score at all. You may not even receive a score from Navy Federal. They're not going to say anything to you about your score. You're just not going to receive it. And several of you mentioned that in the video I did talking about things you need to know, is that even when you got your credit card, you never got a score. So like on my paperwork here, where this just looks like any other kind of letter you get in the mail, like on the front here, it's just a lot of generic information about, credit, what's a credit report, how do we use your credit report, stuff that you would see on pretty much any paperwork you get when you get approved for a credit card. And then on the back here, this is where the score is. But a lot of you said recently that you didn't even get this. You didn't get any score on your paperwork. There was nothing on it. So it's possible they've changed their policy, or they've changed how they operate since then, or maybe just, again, maybe just inconsistency or something. But several of you in the comments have said you never even got a score. So just understand that, yeah, I got the score when I applied for the credit card, but some people, they're saying they're not getting it at all, even after they do apply for a credit card. Now, that's going to bring me to the third point that we're going to cover with this. And this is one thing that's unique about the score. And I heard somebody, I think it was Dennis, has said this in the channel, that it's not a score that with them is, their internal score is not like your FICO score, right? You can go, or you have like Experian monitoring your credit, and you get alerts so you can see like month to month like what your score is and that kind of thing. Not like that with Navy Federal's internal score. It's not something that gets calculated and updated on a monthly basis. And I have to give a shout out to Anonymous, who posted this. Actually posted the reply he got when he sent a message to Navy Federal asking about the internal score. And essentially they said that it is calculated at the time of applying for a credit account. And it is not something they update on a monthly basis. So it's not something with them you can track. Like I said, you can have, I have Experian for credit monitoring, and I just let that track my credit score, or, people use Credit Karma or whatever you choose to use to kind of follow your credit score, at least get a picture of how it changes. Not like that with Navy Federal. That's not what they're doing when it comes to that. They only calculate it when you do choose to apply for a credit card. So, which brings me to the fourth point, of saying that you will only get this if you apply for a credit card. This does not apply to an auto loan. I applied for an auto loan with Navy Federal. I did not get a score from them. I got denied the auto loan. I did not get a score from them. So people say, you don't get it for an auto loan. If you're doing, any loan, really personal loan, that kind of thing, you're not going to get a letter from them stating what your internal score is. So really it's only when it comes down to credit cards. Now keep in mind, you can only get 3 credit cards where you're the primary with Navy Federal. So I've gotten 1 flagship card. I have room to get 2 other cards with them should I choose to do that. But you can only get 3 credit cards with them, and you're not going to get it if you do something like a personal loan or something like that, or an auto loan. They're not going to give you a letter when you get either approved or denied. You're not going to get something there that has your internal score on it. You will get the same generic information about credit reports and things that adversely affect your credit score, right? Number of inquiries and all that sort of stuff, and balances and debt to income ratio, all those sort of things. You will get that in the letter, but you're not going to get the actual score itself. And the 5th and final thing we'll talk about that Navy Federal won't tell you about your internal score until you call in and ask and discover this for yourself, is when you talk to the reps, they will either say a few things. And again, across the board, some of you had different experiences, which is why I like to share this so that you can know for the future. Those of you that are new to this can know for the future. When you talk to the phone reps about the internal score, just know this: they cannot access it. They cannot access your internal score, and you will get different things where they'll just say, hey, we can't access it, which is true, or they'll say, they don't even know what that is. They don't know that there is an internal score with Navy Federal, or sometimes they'll even say, they'll deny, say, no, we don't have an internal scoring system at Navy Federal. We don't do that, but right here says otherwise. So you may get a variety of answers when you talk to phone reps. And I've talked before on this channel about talking to Navy Federal phone reps. Some are great. They've all usually been kind. They've all been courteous over the phone, but as far as the information they give, some have been great, some have not been great. So you may get a very different experience based on who you talk to. Now, also, if you do talk to a phone rep and you're not getting anywhere, you can send an internal message. Some people replied in the other video in the comments saying that they sent an internal message and they were told that, they can't get their score or anything like that. But several of you did reply to that comment and said, no, you can. Keep sending a message. It just depends on who replies to that message as well. So they said, keep trying, keep applying, or keep asking, what's my score? Can I get my score? Can I have an update? You may have to ask 2-3 times or more, but you can ultimately get that score from them in the internal messaging system, even if the first time they say, sorry, we don't have a score for you. So like I've talked about in other videos, it can pay to ask for the same thing more than once, talking to a different person, a different rep over the phone, or, in this case, sending a message, and someone else will answer that message, another time, and you might get a better answer, you might get a bit more information, you might get a bit closer to the result you're trying to get, simply based on who happens to answer your request that day. It might seem a little unfortunate that it's kind of luck of the draw with who you get when it comes to answering the messages, answering the phones, and that kind of thing, but it is... it's part of the system, part of the process, especially when you have 11 million plus credit union members of Navy Federal. They're a huge credit union. They're the biggest one there is. They're a big organization. They got a lot of moving parts. So sometimes it's just luck of the draw as far as the information you get and the amount of help you're able to get as well. So guys, go ahead, like the video once again. If you found this interesting, if you found this helpful, if you have anything to share, please put it down in that comment section below. Other than that, I want to tell you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being so awesome. And until next time, keep growing your money.